This video contains highly disturbing scenes from Ken's cartoons and films. This video also contains flashing lights and dark content. Viewer discretion advised.
Some of these scenes listed are just downright creepy, and it's no wonder why it scared some kids even today because of their content.
Children's cartoons and movies are big business. But not that long ago, children's cartoons used to be darker, weirder, and kind of insane.
So join us as we take a look at the top 40 disturbing and scary moments in cartoons and kids' films.
This is the top 40 disturbing and scary moments in kids' cartoons and films. Number 40. Strangers. Boomerang Bears.
A cute, innocent, and educational animated Saturday morning TV cartoon based off the children's book series of the same name. Episodes usually focused on a single topic that would help to educate kids in life. This one focused on stranger danger and featured a quite scary sequence halfway through. When Father Bear tells Sister Bear about the danger that strangers can present, it scares her and we see into her nightmare with a distorted and haunting voice of her father looping around in her head. Furthermore, when Sister wakes up the next day, everything she sees gets distorted into something evil and twisted by her fear.
Number 39. The Last Word. Garfield Show.
Normal beats Garfield. He can't last an hour without eating. This in itself is true. Garfield begins hallucinating and seeing Odie and Normal as food. Meanwhile, the refrigerator sports a mouth and begs Garfield to eat from inside of him. This is truly a disturbing scene in the Garfield series.
Open me.
Number 38. Alone. SpongeBob SquarePants.
In an attempt to escape the annoying nagging of SpongeBob and Patrick, Squidward attempts to escape from an atomic. When he attempts to escape too hastily, however, he is transported to a very strange bare dimension. Everything is stark white, save for strange coloured shapes that disappear upon touch. Strange whispers can be heard all about. When Squidward states how pleased he is to be alone, the voices all pick up on the word alone and start chanting it extremely loudly. When Squidward attempts to flee, we see that the realm never ends, there's nothingness, and it simply repeats itself.
Where's the time machine? Where's anything?
Number 37. Slaughter. Chicken Run.
The chickens of Chicken Run make every attempt to escape the slaughter, but some don't make it out alive. In a rather disturbing sequence, the farmer lines all the chickens up and militaristically paces back and forth until they find a chicken she likes and goes off to slaughter it. While no violence is actually seen, it is heavily implied, as we do see the cleaver and hear the chicken's cries for help.
Number 36. Final Fight. The Great Mouse Detective.
One of Disney's most underrated classics, The Great Mouse Detective tells the please forgive me for this, the tale of the famous detective Basil of Baker Street in his quest to capture the evil Professor Ratigan. The pursuit eventually finds the two dueling inside Big Ben, and everything is pretty innocent until Ratigan loses his mind and chases Basil to the exterior of the clock, shirt torn, eyes murderous. He proceeds to violently attack and scratch Basil and attempts to throw him off the clock. This scene is quite scary, as we see Ratigan's true self. What's worse is that Basil is quite helpless against Ratigan's attack, and he can do nothing to defend himself.
Number 35. Climax. Hunchback of Notre Dame.
In a surprisingly violent and hellish sequence, Quasimodo's adopted father, Claude Frollo, attempts to murder him. It is revealed that Claude attempted to kill Zelda and that he has always had a deep contempt and hate for Quasimodo. The battle spills out onto the exterior of Notre Dame and onto its walls. This fight scene is very intense, made even more disturbing by the vast pool of melted iron lead from beneath the building. Furthermore, the intense operatic music and flames also seem to imply an image of hell.
Number 34. Meg to Ed and Eddie.
Ed's monthly insect expedition turns into a nightmare when the Eds get lost in a forest. Ed himself gets trapped in a giant spider's web, while the other Eds try and free him. In the end, demonic girls' voices start chanting about the Eds sitting in a tree and kissing. The sheer tense music, evil foreboding chanting, and seriousness of the entire scene is enough to disturb anyone.
Number 33. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Mouse. Tom and Jerry.
Jerry hurriedly attempts to make more of the connection for himself with a different formula, but before Jerry has a chance to drink it, Tom escapes from the fridge and steals the milk from Jerry. The mouse tries to run away, but Tom stomps on his tail and forces his enemy to watch as he drinks the potion. The cat grins evilly at Jerry, and as Tom grows to enormous size. Then an explosion erupts from Tom, letting him shrink into a smaller size than Jerry. Now this particular part is where Tom grows to huge size can be pretty unnerving, especially with the growing sinister music playing.
Number 32. Dark Sea. Little Toots.
A short but surprisingly scary sequence from the Little Toot sequence from Disney's Melody Time. Little Toot told the story of a little tugboat who fooled around too much and never focused on his work. One day his shenanigans caused a large cruise liner to crash, and thus he was banished to a 12-mile limit from the harbour. Little Toot was out on sea, night falls and the waves pick up. Boys on the sea, angry, scary, murderous faces, and they drift towards Toot on the waves, chanting his name and saying things like shame and bad boy.
Number 31. Tarzan vs. Clayton. Tarzan.
As the story goes on, it is revealed that Clayton is actually not here for exploration, but to capture and sell the animals. When Tarzan confronts him at the end of the movie, the fight scene reaches high into the trees. Tarzan entangles Clayton in numerous vines in an attempt to stop him, but this only enrages Clayton, causing him to lose his mind and violently slash at the vines, screaming and thrashing. His eyes also begin to look extremely scary. In the end, he fails to cut the vine around his neck, which chokes him and causes him to fall to his death.
Number 30. Sugar Zombie. The Clamp Twins.
Wayne gets a video game about killing zombies in the graveyard, not a game in handheld. But he plays it for so long without rest that when the batteries run dry, he effectively becomes a zombie on the hunt for batteries. This scene is particularly disturbing and creepy in a way, as when the batteries run out, he wanders the streets with a demonic stare as more crazy things begin to happen, such as him walking into a street post and then having the signs down on him. His actions become more and more reckless, such as attacking a woman who tries to cut.
Number 29. The Cave of Wonders. Hal Mackin.
Probably the most creepy and coolest moments is when the huge tiger head emerges out of the sand. While this scene highlights one of the more story-driven elements of the film, it is, however, hugely disturbing, as the whole sand demon talks with a demonic voice, and the eyes are evil and luminous.
Number 28. Mac Daddy. Foster's home for imaginary friends.
One morning, Mac wakes up to find that he's unintentionally created another imaginary friend named Cheese. Madame Foster allows the same rules as there for Blue, but Blue does not approve of his new brother. After many attempts to get rid of him, Cheese disappears on his own. Blue realises that Foster's could be a very dangerous place for one so stupid as Cheese, and begins searching the whole house for him. This scene is particularly creepy and disturbing as children's toy box theme is played distortedly in the background, as Blue imagines Cheese hiding himself in everyday household objects. The flashbacks are particularly distorted and have a kindergarten style to them.
Number 27. Tongue Sandwich. Cow and Chicken.
A talkative cow ends up with her tongue escaping after she sneezes. The tongue causes all sorts of mayhem and ends up with the law on his tail. Basically, the whole episode is just plain disturbing and messed up, possibly the grossest ever devised in the series. I mean, what were the developers thinking when they thought this thing up?
Number 26. The Grave. Mickey's Christmas Adventure.
Now, in most Scrooge movies, Scrooge sees his grave and realizes that he must change his ways, and then he wakes up in his bed after begging the Ghost of Christmas Future to forgive him and saying that he will become a new man. This time, however, in a strange turn, the people at Disney take it one horrifying step further and show what Scrooge's afterlife will be like should he not reform his life. Pete, who's revealed to be the Ghost of Christmas Future, pushes Scrooge McDuck into the grave, and the coffin below opens up with smoke and fire, signifying hell, with Pete laughing like a madman and Scrooge hanging onto a root for dear life.
Number 25. Swimming in Souls. Hercules.
The finale of Hercules sees Hercules making a deal with Hades to save Meg, his girlfriend. In the previous scene, Hercules is stripped of his godly powers, thus he is vulnerable to Hades' powers. Hades has killed Meg and thrown her soul into the pit of the damned souls. He states that Hercules can go in and try and save her, but he probably won't be coming out alive. Hercules jumps into the pool and swims down to save Meg. All the while, he is dramatically being aged, his skin is being withered, and all of the poor souls in the pit are attempting to drag him down and drown him, all while crying in agony.
Number 24. Dream Machine. Dexter's Lab.
Haunted by nightmares about Edie explaining to Einstein the purpose of meaning, Dexter decides to introduce pleasant dreams into his mind scientifically. Using a barely awake Dee Dee to operate his dream machine, Dexter embarks on a wondrous little adventure. However, near the end of the show, Dexter has a nightmare about the grandfather of all knowledge being Dee Dee. Then for some of the most disturbing scenes in the Dexter's Lab show, we see monsters playing some very haunting music in the game.
Number 23.
Here in Shoreline,
Mickey and the Beanstalk.
and staring.
In Fun and Fancy
Staring and
3, we're
shouting.
introduced to Mickey,
And
Goofy, and
shouting.
Donald as a trio of
But
poor farmers in the Cursed Valley. They watch as Mickey serves dinner.
No.
Mad with
One.
hunger, Donald actually tries to eat a sandwich made of plates and cutlery until Mickey and Goofy calm down. He claims to be all right until he notices the axe on the wall and the cow. The next time Mickey glances up, he sees that the axe is no longer on the wall and Donald's no longer in the house. And we get a shot of Donald creeping up a hill outside holding the axe behind his back as he approaches the wide-eyed cow. His eyes begin to blaze red as he swings the axe high and bolts towards his screaming manager. Mickey and Goofy stop in time, but we've just witnessed a good guy go insane and trying to slaughter the farm of milking cow with an axe. Luckily, Donald went for the cow instead of Mickey or Goofy. However, I can honestly say Goofy and Mickey are going to make perfectly sure their bedroom doors are locked tight that night.
Poor Donald.
Number 22. Sid's Room. Toy Story.
Things take a turn for the worse when our heroes Woody and Buzz, and possibly the audience, as we are greeted to Sid's room. A dark and creepy room, completely opposite to Andy's. We see dark posters, demonic objects, and toy parts, and where Woody tries to escape, we witness the first of the mutant toys, Babyface. The appearance of the other mutants, including Hand in the Box, Legs, Roller Bob, Pump Boy, Frog, and Rockmobile alone, sent Woody running back to the top of Sid's bed with Buzz. Babyface, along with the other mutants, crawled out of their hiding places and swarmed around the remains of Jamie and the pterodactyl, leaving Woody and Buzz to believe that they're cannibals.
They're cannibals.
Number 21. Headless Horseman Pursuit. Legend of Sleeping Hollow.
Supposedly, this Disney movie was banned in several countries for this scene alone. The Headless Horseman is supposedly the ghost of a Hessian trooper who had his head blown off like a stray cannonball during some nameless battle of the American Revolutionary War. He rides forth to the scene of battle in nightly quest for his head. The protagonist, Ichabod Crane, is coming home from a party one night when the ghost of the horseman attacks him, sword in hand. In quite a lengthy pursuit scene, Ichabod attempts to flee from the maniacally laughing horseman, all the while trying to keep his head still attached to his body.
Number 20. Buy one get one free. One a cartoon.
The cartoon started off with a rich man who bought a cat just to show off to his girlfriend that she loves them. The actual show itself is surprisingly very disturbing and shocking as there's very heavy emphasis on animal abuse. As we see the man shouting at the cat, nothing should get wrecked in his house, or he gets sent to the factory. At the end of the cartoon, the rich man returns with his girlfriend to find that his whole house has been destroyed by the cat. He then loses it and goes insane, viciously abusing and hurting the cat. The girlfriend then phones the animal center and two girls rescue the cat just in time, while dragging off the man to be tortured.
After we're done rehabilitating this guy's body, let's go have a sandwich and some pasta for sure.
Number 19. Short Orders. Yucky Duck.
Pretty much the whole cartoon is disturbing, but it's when Yucky Duck cuts a cow's neck off and bloody scene in a kids' cartoon. It's pretty unnerving. Needless to say, Yucky Duck only aired 2 episodes and then cancelled.